about the author. Alphonse Daudet was a French novelist and a story writer. Franz started for school very late that morning. He was afraid of being scolded because Mr. Hamel was to question them on participles, and he didn't know the first word about them. He thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. उस प्रातःकाल फ्रेंच विद्यालय के लिए बहुत देर से चला। उसे धमकाए जाने का भय था क्योंकि मिस्टर हैमल उनसे पार्टिसिपल्स के विषय में प्रश्न पूछने वाले थे, जबकि वह उसके विषय में पहला अक्षर भी नहीं जानता था। उसने भाग जाने तथा खुले में दिन व्यतीत करने की सोची। The warm, bright day, the chirping birds, and the Prussian soldiers drilling in the open field back of the sawmill were tempting, but he resisted the temptation and hurried off to school. गर्म चमकीला दिन, चहचहाते हुए पक्षी तथा आरा मशीन के पिछवाड़े खुले खेतों में अभ्यास करते हुए प्रशिया के सैनिक प्रलोभित करने वाले थे, किंतु उसने प्रलोभन को दबाया तथा शीघ्रता से विद्यालय की ओर चला गया। There was a crowd in front of the bulletin board near the town hall. Watcher, the blacksmith, asked Franz not to go so far. He assured the boy that he would get to his school in plenty of time. Usually there was a great bustle when the school began, but that day everything was as quiet as Sunday morning. टाउन हॉल के समीप सूचना पट के सामने भीड़ थी। लोहार वेचर ने फ्रेंच को इतना तीव्रता से ना जाने को कहा। उसने बालक को विश्वास दिलाया कि वह अपने विद्यालय में समय से पहले पहुंच जाएगा। प्राय विद्यालय आरंभ होने के समय काफी कोलाहल होता था, किंतु उस दिन प्रत्येक चीज ऐसे शांत थी जैसे कि रविवार को प्रातःकाल हो। Through the window, Franz saw his classmates already in their places and Mr. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Franz opened the door and went in. He blushed and was frightened. Mr. Hamel very kindly asked him to go to his place. खिड़की से फ्रेंच ने देखा कि उसके सहपाठी उसके ही अपने 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 स्थान पर थे तथा मिस्टर हैमल अपने बाजू के नीचे लोहे का अपना भयंकर पैमाना लकीर खींचने की पट्टी रखे इधर उधर घूम रहे थे। फ्रेंच ने द्वार खोला तथा भीतर चला गया। शर्म से उसके चेहरे पर लालिमा आ रही थी तथा वह भयभीत था कि मिस्टर हैमल ने अत्यंत दया भाव से उसे अपने स्थान पर जाने को कहा। Franz noticed that their teacher has put on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered. He wore these only on inspection and prize days. फ्रेंच ने ध्यान से देखा कि उसके अध्यापक ने अपना सुंदर हरा कोट, झालरदार कमीज तथा छोटी काली रेशमी टोपी पहनी हुई थी। इन सब पर कसीदा कढ़ा हुआ था। वह इन्हें निरीक्षण अथवा पारितोषिक वितरण के दिन पहनते थे। The village people were sitting quietly on the usually empty back benches. Everybody looked sad, and Hauser had bought an old primer. ग्रामीण लोग चुपचाप प्राय खाली रहने वाली पीछे की सीटों पर बैठे हुए थे। प्रत्येक व्यक्ति दुखी दिखाई देता था। वृद्ध हॉसर तो एक पुरानी प्रवेशिका वर्णमाला की बच्चों की पुस्तिका भी ले आया था। Mr. Hamel said that it was the last lesson he would give to them. Henceforth only German was to be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master would come the next day. This was the last lesson of the French. He wanted them to be very attentive. मिस्टर हैमल ने कहा कि यह अंतिम पाठ था जो वह उन्हें पढ़ाएगा। इसके पश्चात एल्सेक तथा लॉरेन के विद्यालयों में केवल जर्मन भाषा ही पढ़ाई जाएगी। नया अध्यापक अगले दिन आ जाएगा। यह उनका फ्रांसीसी भाषा का अंतिम पाठ था। वह चाहता था कि वे अत्यंत ध्यानपूर्वक रहें। Franz felt sorry that he had not learned his lessons properly. The idea that Mr. Hamill was going away made the narrator forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Now Franz understood why Mr. Hamill had put on his fine Sunday clothes and why the old man of the village was sitting there. फ्रेंड्स को अफसोस खेद हुआ कि उसने अपना पाठ उचित ढंग से याद नहीं किया था। मिस्टर हैमिल के जाने की खबर से वर्तकर्ता यह भूल गया कि उनका पैमाना पट्टी और वह मिस्टर हैमिल कितने क्रूर हैं। अब फ्रेंड्स की समझ में आया कि मिस्टर हैमिल ने अपने सर्वश्रेष्ठ रविवारसीय पोशाक क्यों पहनी हुई थी और गांव के वृद्ध लोग वहां क्यों बैठे हुए थे। They had come to thank the master for his 40 years' faithful service and to show their respect for the country that was there no more. Mr. Hamill asked friends to recite, but he stood there silent. The teacher did not scold him. वे अध्यापक की 40 वर्ष की स्वामी भक्ति पूर्ण सेवा के लिए उनका धन्यवाद करने तथा उस देश के प्रति सम्मान प्रकट करने आए थे जो अब उनका नहीं था। मिस्टर हैमल ने फ्रेंड्स को स्वर गाने को कहा, किंतु वह वहां चुपचाप खड़ा रहा। अध्यापक ने उसे नहीं धमकाया। He confessed that his parents and he, the teacher, were at fault. Then he talked of the French language, the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical. He asked them to guard it among them and never forget it. Their language was the key to the prison. उसने स्वीकार किया कि स्वयं वह अध्यापक तथा फ्रेंच के माता-पिता दोषी थे। फिर उसने फ्रांसीसी भाषा के विषय में बातें की कि यह संसार की सबसे सुंदर भाषा, सबसे साफ एवं अत्यधिक तर्कपूर्ण है। उसने हमें कहा कि अपने बीच इसकी रक्षा करें तथा कभी न भूलें। उस उनकी भाषा उनके कारावास की कुंजी थी। Then they had lesson in grammar and writing. The pigeons cooked very low on the roof. Franz thought if they would make even the pigeons sing in German. All the while Mr. Hamel was sitting motionless in his chair and gazing at one thing or the other. फिर उन्हें व्याकरण तथा लेखन के पाठ मिले। छत पर कबूतर बहुत धीमे गुटरगू कर रहे थे। फ्रेंच सोचने लगा कि क्या वे कबूतरों को भी जर्मन भाषा में गाना गवाएंगे। इस पूरे समय मिस्टर हैमल कुर्सी पर गतिहीन बैठे हुए किसी न किसी वस्तु को देखते रहे। His sister was packing their trunks in the room above as they had to leave the country next day. After writing, they had a lesson in history, and then the babies chanted their ba bee bee bo boo. Even old Hauser was crying. उनकी बहन ऊपर वाले कमरे में ट्रंकों में अपना सामान लगा रही थी, क्योंकि उन्हें अगले दिन देश छोड़कर जाना था। लेखन के पश्चात उनका इतिहास का पाठ था तथा फिर बच्चों ने मंत्र की भांति उच्चारित किया, बा बे बी बो बू। वृद्ध हौसर भी रो रहा था। All at the once the church clock struck 12 and then the midday prayers. At the same moment, the trumpets of the Prussian returning from drill sounded under the windows. Mr. Hamel stood up. He wanted to speak but something choked him. अचानक गिरजाघर के घंटे ने 12 बजाए, तब दोपहर की प्रार्थना हुई। उस क्षण प्रशिया के सैनिकों के सैन्य अभ्यास से लौटने की तुरही की ध्वनि खिड़कियों के नीचे से आई। मिस्टर हैमिल खड़ा हो गया। वह बोलना चाहता था किंतु किसी चीज से उसका गला सद गया। Then he took a piece of chalk and wrote on the blackboard as large as he could. Vive la France. After this, he stopped and leaned his After this, he stopped and leaned his head against the wall. Without a word, he made a gesture with his hand to indicate that the school was dismissed and they might go. फिर उन्होंने चौक का एक टुकड़ा उठाया तथा जितने बड़े अक्षरों में वह लिख सकता था उसने श्याम पट पर लिखा, फ्रांस अमर रहे। इसके पश्चात वह रुक गया तथा दीवार के साथ अपना सिर झुका लिया। बिना कोई शब्द बोले उसने हाथ से ही एक इंगित करने की मुद्रा बनाई कि विद्यालय की छुट्टी हो गई थी तथा वे जा सकते हैं। Theme of the story. The last lesson is the short story written by Alphonse Daudet. The theme of the story revolves around the importance of language, culture, the impact of war on education. It also explores the theme of patriotism and nostalgia and the value of one's mother tongue. Now let's discuss some important question and answers related to this chapter. So the question number first is, what was the mood in the classroom when Mr. Hamill gave his last French lesson? Answer. When Mr. Hamill was giving his last French lesson, the mood in the classroom was solemn and sombre. When he announced that his was their last French lesson, everyone present in the classroom suddenly developed patriotic feeling for their native language and genuinely regretted ignoring their mother tongue. Question number 2. What had the narrator counted on to enter the school unnoticed? Answer. The narrator friends had counted on the hustle and bustle that was usual when the school began in order to enter there unnoticed. He had thought he could depend on the commotion to get to his desk without anybody noticing that he was late for the class. Question number 3. This was your last French lesson. How did France react to how did France react to this declaration of Mr. Hamel? Answer. When Mr. Hamel declared that it was their last French lesson, a grim realization dawned on France that he had so much more yet to learn. He felt sorry for whiling away his time and skipping his lessons. Now he did not want to part with his books, which he had earlier considered a nuisance. He was also deeply pained at the thought that Mr. Hamill was leaving. Question number 4. What changes came over little Franz after he heard Mr. Hamill's announcement? Answer. When Mr. Hamill announced that this was to be their last French class, a grim realization dawned on Franz that he could hardly write his language and now he was being deprived of the opportunity to learn it. He felt very guilty of neglecting his classes and escaping school. The thought of losing his teacher, Mr. Hamill, also pained him. Question number 5. What was tempting Franz to keep away from school that morning? Answer. Franz was very late for the school. That morning, Mr. Hamill was to question the students on participles and Franz knew nothing and feared a scolding. The bright weather, woods, fields, and chirping of birds tempted him to spend the day outdoors. Question number 6. What was unusual about Mr. Hamel's dress and behavior on the day of his last French lesson? Answer. On the last on the day of his last French lesson, Mr. Hamel was unexpectedly kind. He had put on his beautiful green coat, frilled shirt, and an embroidered black silk cap that he normally wore only on inspection and prize days. In his last lesson, he explains everything with unusual patience as if he wants to teach them everything he has ever learned in their last French class. So this was all about this chapter. I hope you like this video. If yes, so please do like and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.